It's chat time with Chunk and Cucumber and your host, Dino.
Hello, friends.
Hi! We were beatboxing and I kept
That
going.
didn't come out the normal way.
It did not come out. Hi, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning, welcome to Chat Time. I'm your host, Dino, as always, and with me, of course,
And I'm Chunk.
Chunk and Cucumber.
Howdy.
And Ryan's back there somewhere. And with us today is Jamey Stegmaier. I said that right?
Hey.
Yeah, okay, great, sweet.
Oh, you could have thrown him for a loop. You could have really tortured
Nope.
this man.
It's
right
pronounced
now.
Johnson. So Jamey Stegmaier from Stegmaier Games, co-founder of Stegmaier Games and lead designer. We're really happy to have you here to talk about board games, because we love board games.
So much.
So much. Cucumber's very excited.
I'm very excited.
Before we find out more about who Jamey is, let's start with what we always start with, which is, but how do you feel? Spare no expense.
Centering.
So, live chat. There we go. Sorry, making sure I can see things.
Come on.
I'm sorry. My tablet decided to update like right before we went live. Anyways, but how do you feel is where we talk about how we're feeling by using a category.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm the one with frenetic energy. Jesus.
Mine is controlled, Dino. Mine is a measured. Listen, never mind. It's gonna be fine.
So today on But How Do You Feel?
What's happening?
I don't know. Since we have Jamey with us today, we're gonna say that describe how you're feeling by describing what your meeple or mini or game piece may look like in the board game. Whatever,
okay.
based on how you're feeling today, what would that piece look like?
Ooh, I know.
You got one already? Go for it.
Yeah, I already know. So I was recently gifted. Was it well, anyway. I was gifted a copy of Paladins of the West Kingdom, which I super love that game. But one of the meeples, it was the inverted. It was what the meeple would be cut out of. So it's like the little.
Oh, that's cool.
how I feel today. I feel empty inside. So that's what my meeple would look like. It'd be a cutout of my head, but the negative of it. That would be my meeple.
That sounds about right.
I love that you chose an incorrectly produced component. You chose a glitch. Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Nothing better could define me.
An incorrectly produced component. Oh man, I feel that on a visceral level.
I got one.
Yes.
I got one. Okay, so to reflect the amount of confidence in me on a daily basis, I would my figure would be like metal figure, like one of those premium figures inside like the extra special version of the game.
Oh yeah.
And it'd be like a little car, because I really liked it in Monopoly to have a little car, and it'd be a little figure of me sitting inside of it, and it'd be fully painted. So that you could see I'll be blue, and the bottom of it would be felt, so I wouldn't damage the board.
Oh,
nice.
What kind of car though? Like the Monopoly style, like old car?
Yeah, something with like the long front, where like you sit in the back and it's
like a Rolls Royce
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Batmobile.
oh, Batmobile.
Yeah, kind of like an old car, right? Yeah.
It's an old car.
Like the old Batmobile?
60s. Come on.
Oh, okay, the vintage Batmobile is what you're talking about. Got it. Okay, I'll take it. Jamey, what about you?
Well, today it's snowing in St. Louis. We have like a foot of snow outside, and I'm nice and cozy inside. So I would say I'm feeling cozy today. And it was kind of hard to think of a cozy game component, but there's a game called Orleans that has these, I think it's velvet. It's like this velvet, these cloth bags that are made out of velvet. They're stretchy and they're really satisfying to reach into. I just feel cozy kind of when I reach into those bags. So I'm going to go with a cozy velvet bag from,
I like that.
from Orleans.
I like that. That's a good one. I like that a
What
lot.
about you, Dina?
Me, I'm feeling like for those of you that have played Root, you like play these like little animal factions, and the little figure looks like a faction, and one of them I believe is a raccoon, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
And I feel like that. I feel like kind of like, rabbit
picking up on that.
yeah, exactly. My frenetic energy. And so I think I'm gonna go with like a raccoon piece with like the full face painted on it, on the side, because they can be plain or have the faces. And I think I got the full face, and he's like gritting his teeth, and maybe that it's one of those things. But I'm feeling sluggish today, so it's gonna be I like the metal idea. So it's gonna be a metal, like a heavy version of it. It's hard to
But
move
like the
around.
travel size one, like the ones you take in the car with you.
If I was
Like a
feeling
little
good
smaller than
about
normal.
myself today, I would probably be like a giant metal like first player token or something. Like a dunk, dunk. Like when it hits the table, that's
My
That's
turn.
when you feel good.
Boom.
Deluxe
that. I like
components
that.
only, thank you.
The deluxe components only. What about you, Ryan? What are you thinking?
Oh, I'm thinking I'm probably one of the little.
Is your mic on?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, cool.
One of the little calico cat pieces from the board game Calico.
Oh, okay.
cute.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Just cozying up on a quilt and just like.
Cozying up on a quilt. I like that. Well, yay. We all have our game pieces now. I actually really like the Batman idea, the
Yeah.
Batmobile
We should
idea.
build a game around these terrible ideas.
All these pieces, and somehow incorporate the velvet bag into it, and it's gonna
Yeah.
be great. Jamie, you should get on that. I'm just kidding.
we have a good idea for your.
Not like
for
you
your
have enough to
company.
do, right?
This is why we really brought you here today.
To pitch our ideas.
Oh God, that's a question for later. I'm gonna hold on.
Okay. Like I said, Cucumber's very excited for you to be here. So Jamie, we know you're a board game designer, and the co-founder of Stegmaier Games. But I'm gonna do what I do to everybody. Who are you? What do you do? What are your fears? Do you match your socks every day, or do you like the mismatched socks? There's a few questions for you to swallow in there.
No, yes, I do match my socks. I like a certain amount of order in my life.
Okay.
A lot of my life is circled around gaming. I mean, I run a game company. My main hobby is playing games. I play a lot of disc golf as well, which is like a big outdoor dexterity game. Any of you guys play disc golf?
Yeah, there's I grew up next so in El Dorado Park in Long Beach. They have a massive like disc golf course.
Oh,
so,
disc
cool.
golf.
Yeah, so I grew up
Yeah.
playing that with my uncle and my cousin.
I want to go play.
Do it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of
I'm
friends.
terrible, but let's go.
That's cool. Do they have like specific courses nearby where you are too, or?
Yeah, St. Louis, like within a 20-minute drive, we have like 10 really good courses.
Dang, 10 of them.
Yeah.
Snap.
That's awesome.
Just have the
Is
one.
Is that a popular hobby out there then? If they have so many?
I think it seems to be, yeah. And I think it's grown in popularity during the pandemic. It's like the ideal pandemic sport because you're outside, but you don't really have to exert yourself all that much, and you can hang out with people. A lot of people go out and drink beer and do other things while they're playing. Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
So you let's start at the from the beginning. What brought you to board games to a level where you're like, I think I want to do this forever? Like, what was the moment in your life where you're like, I want to play these things for a living? Like, how did that happen?
That turning. Well, it was probably. So early on in my company, we used Kickstarter a lot. So the first game, I put a game on Kickstarter that was viticulture. It did well, but definitely not well enough for me to say, okay, this is a career now. This is my life.
I'm gonna sound like an idiot really quick, but holy shit, that was you!
Yeah.
Great game!
Yeah, that was my first game. Yeah.
You guys!
This is rare that Cucumber nerds out like this. Just letting you know.
And then our next game was Euphoria, and Euphoria did. Viticulture has actually ended up being a more popular game than Euphoria, but Euphoria did a much bigger Kickstarter campaign, and that kind of made me think, okay, I could do this for a while. And then I decided to take a year. I quit my day job, and I took a year to see if I could make it happen, and I've just kept on going ever since then.
That's awesome.
so cool.
About how many years ago was that where you like made that full switch?
That was 2013 when I entered the test year. So it's been,
Okay.
8 years, a little over 8 years now.
Damn,
Was it
that's
scary? Was it scary
Oh, yeah.
switching over?
It was. It was really scary. To go from that security to something that's so risky.
Where you kind
absolutely.
of dependent on other people to make it work, kind of thing.
That's the place we live in
money.
on 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Constant free fall, isn't it fun?
So, what brought you to designing games? Because you said you loved tabletop games and board games for a while, but what just made you decide I can make one of these?
I mean, that started actually pretty early. As a kid, when I was playing games, 7, 8 years old, I loved playing games from the start, and I loved making games. So I made like my own version of Monopoly when I was really young. I made my own version of chess, and then of Scotland Yard, and then of Risk. So I was kind of iterating on these existing games from a pretty young age.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So Viticulture was your first game, you said. Where did that idea come from to build a game around, making wine?
I wish I had some beautiful romanticized story about how I love one, I love figures. But really, it was a kind of a marketing play. I wanted to find a game that could appeal to non-gamers and also appeal to like the gamers who love farming-style, medium-weight Euro games. And so I wanted to bridge that gap, I think, between the two audiences. And yeah.
That's so cool. I can't even imagine what is it like. Because building these games, it's more than just designing what they look like and designing the theme. It's the strategies. It's the way that the rules all work together. Mm-hmm. What's that like for you? How does that process work for you? Finding out these things.
How long does it take?
Oh God.
It depends on the game. I have a game that I've been working on for like 5 years, and I've had a game that took kind of came together pretty quickly in like 6 months or so.
Oh, wow.
That's just like the creation process. Then the production takes longer than that, but. It takes a while. I mean, even probably similar to your show here, you probably iterated over time and like tried things that worked or didn't work, and that's like the game design process. Just trying things, seeing if they work, keeping the things that are fun, and eliminating the things that aren't fun and are frustrating.
Yeah, they still haven't decided whether or not I work for the show.
No.
When do you know that a game is done?
Oh.
That is hard. Again, it's kind of like it's like anything. Like when do you know that you've hit like the peak of your show or the peak of whatever you're
That
creating?
happened a long time ago.
We're on a downhill slope.
Ever since then.
So I'd say, part of it is that I do have some objective feedback from playtesters who are telling me. I always ask playtesters to rate the game on a scale from 1 to 10 after they play, and so after we start to get up close to that. Not always, it's rarely that we actually get 10s, but usually like 8s or 9s from playtesters. Then I have a pretty good feeling that we're getting close. And then part of it's instinct. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Just kind of trusting yourself. Yes, Cucumber.
How much math goes in? Because like I love games. I've always wanted to make games, and then people are like, you didn't know a lot of math. I'm like, well, fuck, I'm out.
I think it is. I mean, there's a fair amount of math. I think some people use spreadsheets, like Wingspan. Well, probably our most well-known game, Wingspan. The designer Elizabeth Hargrave has this beautiful master spreadsheet that she created for Wingspan to make sure all the birds are as balanced as possible. I don't use a spreadsheet all that often, but I know that in a game that 1 coin equals 2 stone, and then it's important to know that so I can balance all the cards based around that very simple formula. So, that's the level that I go into. It doesn't take a lot of math to do that.
Okay.
You can do it. You can do it.
I can't spreadsheet, so I'm going to go with option B.
So when it comes to, like, because I mean, we all know games have different, gameplay mechanics.
Uh-huh.
When it comes to picking the mechanic for the game, like whether it's deck building, worker placement, stuff like that, what?
Keep talking dirty, dude.
So that was one of the first games that we played was the deck building. Clank was one of the first games I played with you, I think.
Oh yeah.
Love a good deck builder. Love a good worker placement.
Yeah.
Love that shit.
But what goes into, like, what comes first, the mechanic or the theme, or like how do you want the game? What's like the first thing? Does it change?
It does change, yeah. I mean, sometimes I'm inspired by a game that I'm playing, and then I'm usually inspired by a mechanism. Sometimes I'm inspired by art that I see or a movie that I watch or something like that. And then it's theme, but pretty quickly, if I start with a theme, I'm trying to think of mechanisms that make sense for that theme. And if I start with that mechanism, really quickly, I'm trying to think of themes that make sense for that mechanism. So it all gets mashed together in a big mechanism theme stew pretty quickly.
Okay. What's your favorite game that you have made? And what is your favorite game that someone else has made?
The latter is easier for me to answer because I rank games a lot for other games that I played. Like my favorite game of 2021 was a game called Role Player Adventures. Just a beautiful campaign game, amazing campaign game.
I was looking at that the other day and it looked really fun.
It's incredible. Okay. And my favorite game, I would say right now, like all time, but it changes all the time, is by the designer of Clank. You guys mentioned Clank. A game called Dune Imperium.
God, fuck yes! I just got the Rise of X expansion, and I'm so stoked. I got the big deluxe box. I love that game so much.
So this is a double whammy for Cucumber.
Because
not only is he a huge tabletop fan, he is a ginormous Dune fan.
Yeah. It's just rain on me. That game
I just work here.
Yeah, Chunk's just along for the ride.
Yeah, I'm just here.
You do like Doom, too.
I'm just here to be a social media star.
Yes, it's true. Here to look pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a little special guest, if you don't mind me popping in.
Oh, please.
He's Walter is begging for. This is my cat Walter.
Oh my
Just gonna say
god.
hi real
He's a
quick.
chubby cat.
What a little lump.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. He's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I had to choose the picture of you with Walter in front of the games for the promotional. I was like, that's too good not to use.
Yeah. He has to go. He has another podcast.
Oh, got it.
He's off. Yeah, busy
Have a
guy.
good show.
Yay.
There you go.
First
Yes.
part of the question. You gotta, none of this they're all my children bullshit. Let's go.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
It really is hard to choose. I mean, the answer that I give to that when I'm asked in general, the real answer is if one of you wanted to play a specific game of mine with me, that would be my favorite game of that moment to play. That's the game that I'm most excited to play. Yeah, and I would say
That's
right
fair.
now I'm really enjoying Rolling Realms. Rolling Realms is a game that I designed during the pandemic to be kind of played remotely, and so I've done a ton of live plays where it's just me like sitting in front of the camera playing it for 15 minutes, and I've enjoyed that way more than I thought I would because I don't play games solo, but I have really loved that experience of playing and then like talking to people about what they scored and playing live with other people. So yeah,
Okay.
I've really enjoyed that.
Rolling Realms, is it meant to be played solo or meant to be played virtually with others?
It's meant to be played with other people, but there's no interaction at all in it, unlike Dune Imperium. So it's designed to be played so that you can play it remotely if you want. Like there's nothing that I'm not taking anything from you.
Okay.
There's just zero interaction and completely in the game. Yeah.
That's cool. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
We could probably play that on with like virtual people from all over the country. We have some people that stream with us that are moved away or live in other states too. So that's a good game that we can
Our
play.
board game friends are in Georgia now.
Yeah.
Makes it difficult.
Okay. So, what is your favorite style of game? I should say that. Like, do you prefer, do you prefer like the high strategy games? Do you like the more like player interaction, mess with each other kind of games? Like, what would you say are like those like nuggets that you like? Oh, anything with this is a good game, kind of thing.
I like a lot of different games. I'm an omni gamer, but my sweet
like
spot that I gravitate towards are medium weight Euro games. So Euro games, for you guys know what those are, but anyone who doesn't know, that's like a game where you have a fairly high amount of control over your decisions, and I like that. I like that a fair amount of control, but I also like a touch of chaos. I like to be a little sneaky in games. I like a little bit of that chaos. So Dune Imperium again has that little element of feeling sneaky with some cards that your opponents don't know you have. I love that element of games.
I the medium weight Euro games are probably that's my go-to also. I've been playing a lot with my girlfriend over the pandemic. We got together during the pandemic, and so we started playing board games during the pandemic. And so finding two-player board games was hard at first, but then a whole bunch of them started coming out with at least an AI component, where you could like play with a third AI kind of thing. And I've noticed that I do very well with strategy, and I suck at anything that involves luck. Everything that involves luck, she kicks my ass every single time, and I don't like. We played Phase 10 like 3-4 times in a row, and she beat me like every time, and I don't know how. Statistically, seems impossible.
It's the beard.
It's the beard. I suck.
What's your favorite game to play as a couple? Do you have a favorite two-player game?
Ooh, a favorite two-player game? We've played a bunch of them. We just recently played Canopy. Which is there's a game store up in Burbank called Geeky Teas and Games. We've had the owner on the show before, but they're really cool, and they happen to have like the deluxe like Kickstarter box version with like the cool art. So I picked that up, and we played one time, and it was really cool because it's a relatively simple game to understand, but then the strategy is higher than you think, and so we enjoyed that a lot. We recently played. I picked up Radlands, which is another new game. Which is only 2 players, and it's like a 1v1 post-apocalyptic world thing where you're placing people in front of your camps to defend them, and then you're attacking the other camps and trying to destroy their camps by getting through their people and stuff like that. And I was surprised at like how much strategy was involved with just those cards, because the cards can do something, but then if you junk them, they can do something. But you only have 3 water tokens to use to pay for the cards, because it's the post-apocalyptic world and water is a scarcity. And it's like super cool, and the theming is like very Mad Max and like neon, and I love it.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for theming, man. Like if you can build a good game around a good theme, that is the sex. Because there are great games that are like, like the mechanics are beautiful, like it functions so wonderfully, but it's like if I don't want to look at it, that's a problem.
Oh, and we love Star Realms too. We've been playing Star Realms a lot.
Realms, yeah.
He's the one that told me to get Star Realms.
I did. Yeah, I know my go-tos are generally going to be worker placement and deck building. And if you can combine those two, like fucking Dune Imperium, then it's just it's so nice.
Yeah, Dune. I try to tell people to play Dune Imperium, but I was like, we got to sit down and like give it a good shot. Like it's going to take us a little while because it's a big game, but once you play, you're like, oh, I like board games. All my friends are like, yeah, I like board games. Yeah, I play Monopoly and Risk, and like those are great. Come play with me.
Yeah.
It's like we've all got our stack of like, this is how we get people in.
Yeah.
And then we've got our stack of now that they're in and they can't fuck up anymore.
That's a good question. What is your game to like get people into the hobby kind of thing? The gateway game, yeah.
The gateway game.
Or do you have like a couple?
I have a couple, yeah. Like of our games, Wingspan works really well for that. Wingspan is very welcoming, I think, to new players, but it still has a lot of depth to it. But the Azul series, I think the Azul series, it's not a very thematic series, Cucumber, that doesn't do the theme, but...
That's pretty.
I do love it, though. I'm also a sucker for tactile, so...
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, anything with like
good... as a tactile
good pieces that like you feel good, like whether it's metal or
clink,
something
clink,
where you get to that feeling of moving things around and placing things. Tile placement is one that I've started to like more and more. But yeah, I like that. I like when you have to do something on the board, you have to place something, or you have to collect something and build a tableau. Those things. Like Canopy was a lot of fun because I could see my tree growing like right in front of me. That was great.
The other great thing
I mentioned you... Okay. Go ahead.
Sorry. I was going to say this. The other good thing about Azul, and something that I wish I had thought about, so I was recently traveling, and I brought a bunch of games, but then I could only play with the people I was traveling with because of a language barrier. And I was like, I should have brought Azul, because you don't need language, you just look at it, and you're good to go.
Totally.
Oh,
it's just like, because math is universal. Like, the numbers, like, anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, you were going to say something.
Totally, yeah. Well, I mentioned to you guys before we started that the game, we just announced the game, Libertalia Winds of the Eldrath. And one of the elements of this game was inspired by Azul, because there are these loot tokens, and I'm glad you mentioned this. So we have this bag, I don't know if you can see on camera, but they're Azul-style tokens that you pull out of this big bag. I'll hold them up to the camera so you can see. Because I found in Azul that I love pulling these tokens out of the bag. Like, it's so satisfying to do that. And so I essentially copied them. They're used in a completely different way, but I love the pull chunky tokens out of a bag thing. That does.
That's my favorite part about Scrabble, was just reaching in the bag and like pulling out. I don't care about making the words or winning. I just want to reach in there and grab some more out.
Scrabble is all about annihilation.
Yeah, playing games with Cucumber is scary sometimes.
Yeah.
Chunk knows. So Libertalia, you said, does that have a release date already? Have you guys set that out? Or is it already out?
So we already made it. We just announced it yesterday, and it'll go on pre-order on March 2nd, and then it'll be in retailers in late April.
Oh wow! Okay, cool.
Yeah. So.
Gotta get our hands on. Can you talk a little bit more about the game? Like, what is the mechanics behind everything and the theming?
Well, it's based on a game that came out 10 years ago called Libertalia, and that game went out of print, and so I contacted the designer, and so we worked with the designer to create a whole new edition of the game. It's a pirate game where you're essentially choosing a crew member to go to an island every day of the game and collect some loot. And so you simultaneously choose a crew member. All players do that at the same time, and then depending on the rank of those crew members, they activate it in a certain order, and they activate these abilities, then they gather loot, and then you do it again and again. And so there's a lot of interaction, a lot of ways to feel like a pirate in this game, including these loot tokens that I showed you that you're gathering.
I love that. That's so cool. So what is I have one more question about games.
I have many.
I have many, I'm sure. What is the game that you've played in the last handful of years that really like surprised you? Like you weren't expecting to like it as much as you did. Whether it was one that you kind of gave a shot at, or one you were expecting to like, but like one that just like really like, oh man, this game.
There's a very recent one that's done that to me. There's a game called Ark Nova. Have you guys heard of Ark Nova?
I saw it in review videos, but I haven't played it at all.
It hasn't like it's got a German release. It hasn't had a full English release yet. So people are like excited about it, but a lot of people haven't played it yet. But it's essentially a very heavy game about building a zoo, which I love. I kind of like zoos. I think I like zoos. I don't know. Animals are trapped there, but maybe it's okay. But I don't know why I'm on the theme. But so I wasn't drawn to it by the theme, and the mechanisms are really heavy. I don't typically like really, really heavy games. I like those medium weight games. But Ark Nova is just so good on every level. Like it's one of those games that I can't stop thinking about it every time I play it. So it's genuinely surprised me, and I love it. Truly love it.
Oh, and I just understand what the name means. Ark Nova, the new Ark. Okay.
Like a new, like a new zoo. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I just put two
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, so to the question I was holding on to at the very, very beginning.
Oh, yes,
How
right.
often do people like come to you and be like, "I've got a great idea. I know exactly what you should do. You should make this game like this." How often and how do you deal with it?
It's quite often to the point where a while ago I wrote an article. It's kind of a mean title, but I think the title of the article is "Your idea is brilliant, your idea is worthless." To kind of convey the idea that ideas are really important, but it's the execution of them matters. Like if you guys had this idea for your show, but you didn't do anything about it, it doesn't matter. But you actually did something about it, and that's awesome. And so, I get that a lot, and I try to encourage people to actually do something with the idea. That's when it starts mattering.
Okay. I like that. Where it's if you have something that's such a good idea that you think should happen, then you should take that on yourself. You know.
Do the work.
Yeah.
Totally. Exactly.
Do you ever hop
do the
onto
work,
so? I got on Clubhouse when that app jumped at the top of pandemic, and I'm in a lot of like the board game designer rooms and stuff, just like sitting there in my happy little face, just listening. Do you ever go in there? Because there's some great conversations that happen between all these different designers and stuff.
I did not know that was like I didn't know that. No, but I need to do that. That sounds awesome. I listen to a lot of shows and podcasts about it, but it's not as I don't feel like I'm there in the moment. Like I think you probably do in Clubhouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. He's told me a couple things, but
Yeah, I think I think the group is just board game designers or something like that. I'll throw the information later.
Check it out.
Excellent. So we did have this Buzzfeed quiz that I wanted you seemed interested in, so I want to get to that. So you know let's just get into it. Let's let the internet tell us who we are. So this Buzzfeed quiz we got going. For those of you that want to join us, it's in the chat. Good morning to y'all, by the way. We got really excited about board games. We haven't really interacted with y'all, but welcome.
Let me back.
See you later.
He does that.
Oh, I just saw some stuff in the chat. Yes, frisbee golf is the same as disc golf, and DJX Hellsbell wanted to be an Ent. Their token was going to be an Ent from Lord of the Rings tabletop because they're just not hasty today.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, cool. I missed the. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I was missing. I had to reload my thing. Anyways, yeah. So we're gonna do this Buzzfeed quiz and get through it. But it looks pretty short, so we'll see. Maybe not. I lied.
I'm back.
You're back. Welcome back. So, this BuzzFeed quiz is everyone has a board game that matches their personality. Here's yours. So we're just going one question at a time. We'll try to speed through this and give our answers as we go. And the first question is, what's your dream job? Detective, actor, real estate, or candy maker?
Actor?
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like I have to go with actor too.
Yeah.
I really want to do candy maker.
But like...
See, if you make enough money as an actor, you could open your own candy shop.
Okay, actor.
Actor it is. What about you, Jamie? What'd you pick?
Candy maker for sure. I love chocolate.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Willy Wonka Fantasy?
Yeah.
That's in my private tab.
I have to get a girlfriend first.
Pick a random image. There's a notebook with a pen, rainbow paint,
Hogwarts.
I don't know how they got away with that. And a bunch of dollar bills.
Dollar bills, yeah. No, I'm gonna choose.
I'm gonna choose colors because I'm a fan of colors.
I
If you didn't know.
I'm gonna
I
choose
like
Hogwarts.
castles, so I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with castles.
I went for the fantasy of
Same here.
Hogwarts. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Pick a cake. Ooh, you got a chocolate cake with like these like chocolatey frosting swirls on it and dripping chocolate. There's like a very colorful white cake with pink drips.
And a unicorn.
Yeah,
Oh, there's a unicorn.
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
pick
see
that
that.
one
Yeah,
because a
same
unicorn.
There's like a big, giant Oreo that in the cake form. I'm gonna pick that one. And then there's the a weird happy face that's
Guzzling
being
emoji
guzzling.
cake.
That's an M&M face. There's an M&M eating M&Ms. That's terrible.
But a peanut M&M is oblong, and that cake is not oblong, so I don't know what that is.
That's fair.
It's an emoji.
What'd you pick, Jamie?
I went with the Oreo cake.
That looks so
really
good. Oh man. Okay, pick a house. Oh man. How do I describe
Ooh.
these? There's this very like modernish looking house lit up. There's a very like Victorian like style old house that's giant.
It's like looks like the White House.
Yeah, there's like another house that's postmodern looking,
Yeah.
very blocky. And then there's I don't know how to describe that.
Tropical.
And it's not tropical. It almost looks like a New Orleans New Orleans style like balconies and stuff like that. Those like
I don't
southern...
like any of these houses, but I'll go top left because this has warm lighting inside.
Yeah.
That last one looks like it has a
Same
nice
here.
pool. I'm gonna do with that one.
Yeah.
I went top left too.
You top left. I'm gonna go top right because that looks fancy. And I just want rooms dedicated to all my hobbies. Pick a gradient. We got a blue going to purple.
Blue.
I figured. We've got purple going to red then orange, and we've got like a dark blue going to green, then
Green.
yellow and white. And then there's one that's got like purple, orange, and blue and purple and a dark blue in there. Oh gosh, I'm gonna go with the bottom right. That looks cool.
Do you guys have? I play red whenever I play board games. So I'm going with red. You guys
Usually,
have
me
a
too. I do
color
the
that
same
you always
thing.
play with.
Always
Yeah,
green.
Always blue.
Always green.
Always green.
Figures, right? All right, pick a car. Oh God, we got a really fancy looking Ferrari on the top
Oh,
left.
fuck that.
A classic convertible. I can't
No,
tell what
thank
kind of
you.
car that is. Ford F-150 it looks like on the left.
Absolutely not.
And then
And then a mayhem bus. That
Yes,
one.
right? The man bus.
Mayhem bus.
Also, if it's an ugly VW bus, I don't have to give a shit about when I wreck it or ruin the paint.
Try not to though.
For those of you that don't pick up on what mayhem bus is, he means like from Dr. Teeth and
The
Electric
electric
Mayhem.
mayhem.
Yeah. From Muppets. Oh God, I like that convertible. I'm gonna go with that one.
Yeah, it's nice, but I should never have nice things, especially when it comes to vehicles.
I know that. What about you, Chunk? Mayhem bus?
Mayhem bus.
Jamie?
I yelled it first.
I really don't want any of these cars, but I'll go with the fancy one. Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Okay, pick a pet. We've got a clownfish. We've got a cute little, is that a Maltipoo? And I don't think that's a pet. That's
Yes, it is.
a flotation device.
Very
Anything
lonely.
can be a pet.
Are
A rock can be a pet. An inflatable unicorn can be a
Why aren't
pet.
you eating your breakfast? Like, oh, how horrifying.
It just starts to like. You take it to the vet. What's wrong with my unicorn? And then you've got a cat looking very
pretty cute
cute on the
kitty
bottom
cat.
right.
Puppy. Multi-poo.
I don't have the attention span. I might forget to feed it, so I'm gonna go with the inflatable unicorn.
Jamie, did you pick cat?
I went with cat. Yeah, I have two cats.
So I have a cat, but I am definitely a dog person. I think I'm gonna go with dog.
I forgot to feed my hamster.
So Dino's selling his cat, is what he's telling you.
No, I couldn't get rid of her if I
highest
tried. She is very, very needy. All right, pick some shoes. We've got some Adidas, black and white Adidas. We've got some red, white, and black Nikes. We've got some Doc Martens.
Ew.
And we've got some very weird-looking Converse.
Blue.
Just the weird-looking Converse.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, I
blue.
like Doc Martens, but not for me, y'all.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Docs.
I'm going Adidas.
Nice. All right.
I like the clothes. I don't know
Yeah,
if I've
pick
ever
an
worn
outfit.
Adidas.
We got
Yeah.
very comfy looking champion sweater with ripped black jeans. We got a sundress, and this girl's wearing ripped jeans and a low cut or a high cut shirt, and then a very cozy looking
Yeah, dude.
coat with a scarf and a sweater
Yeah,
underneath.
that jacket, faux show.
Yeah, that jacket looks nice.
I like to show off my midriff, so I'm gonna go with the
You
with
would.
the drip jeans.
You would. What about you, Jamie?
I like the I never get to dress up anymore, so I'm gonna go with the dressy outfit just for fun.
Yeah. I like finding excuses to dress up.
Yeah.
My girlfriend and I usually it's like we'll go out to dinner somewhere and it's not really necessarily fancy, but we'll wear like button-up shirts and slacks and stuff. Like we'll go out and dress up for no reason.
Yeah, the McDonald's people were very impressed.
We did do that one time. We went to an In-N-Out with like full suit because we went somewhere and we were like, we want In-N-Out. Let's go get stuff.
Oh, that's a movie. That's adorable.
I don't think we were in suits. But I think we were still dressed nice. But pick a color: pink, navy, green, red.
Green.
Navy.
That's what it looks like when I
Blue.
tan.
Red.
Red, yeah, red. Pick a sport: football, baseball, soccer, basketball.
Soccer.
Baseball.
I'm gonna go soccer too.
Because I used to play
Yeah,
baseball.
I played soccer my whole life. I'll go soccer.
Nice.
Right D over here. I was very small, so it wasn't very good. That's what I played.
So sometimes he would go flying into the goal.
That's During the lineup, I had to cover my face.
It's just that ball. Oh God. Pick your favorite school subject: science, math, history, or art.
Science.
That's
I'm
hard.
gonna choose science too.
Yeah.
I choose art, but I love science, history, and art. Everything but math.
Yeah.
No spreadsheets.
We didn't have a lot of art
I'll go
classes
art.
at my school.
Art, nice. Pick a drink: shake, water, coffee, or soda. I'm gonna
Coffee.
go coffee.
Also, that shake looks cursed.
Yeah.
It looks like a
also
lot of dairy
amazing.
in that. I'm gonna go with.
It looks like a lot of
coffee. Coffee's good.
Both Chunk and I are lactose intolerant, so that looks like a lot of dairy in that.
Well, I
never
will
seen
go
it.
with the cursed shake then.
The cursed
There
shake.
you go.
If anything is served to me and it's already like dripping over itself, I'm like,
Have
no,
you been
thank
to
you.
what is it called at Downtown Disney now? Black Tap.
No.
Oh man, they have like shakes that look like that. They're like ginormous shakes with like big things on top of
We'll
it.
go ahead and avoid that then.
Yeah,
thank
it's
you.
it's. I did have one. I brought my Lactate and I suffered, but it was worth it. It was really good. Pick a singer: Ariana Grande, Harry Styles, Lizzo, or Billie Eilish.
Lizzo.
I do
Obviously.
love Lizzo, but I also like Billie Eilish and Ariana Grande. Because she can do great impressions, I'm going with Ariana Grande.
I'm gonna go Lizzo. I like her. The messages that she's putting out in her music is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm same thing. Lizzo for me too.
Lizzo.
Sweet.
Boom.
And lastly, pick an accessory. We've got a necklace charm thing. It's clock movements. It's watch movements in the middle of that necklace. That's cool.
Neat.
Got a hat with a palm tree on it. AirPods and a MacBook. I'm guessing the AirPods is the accessory. And then Apple Watch.
AirPods.
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 It's the greatest way to say don't talk to me.
Yeah.
I don't even need to be charged, man.
I'm gonna go.
Ew, gross! I got my result. I'm mad.
I went with a smartwatch because I've always liked sci-fi and just like the idea of like accessing the internet on my on my
Calling
wrist
Dick
and stuff.
Tracy.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking great. Maybe.
I can only hear you guys right now because I'm using AirPods. So
Oh, that's
there you
fair.
go.
That's very fair.
yeah.
Hey, Pete Stetzer's here. How's it going, bud?
Yeah. Pete's like math. No, you're wrong. All right. What did you get?
I got Candyland. I'm offended. It says, your motto, life is sweet. You're always munching on something sweet, and you're pretty sweet yourself as far as your personality goes. Nothing has ever been more wrong. You don't like a whole lot of competition. Wrong. You're just here for the cute colors and some fun. Yeah, I guess the last sentence is all right. Y'all, Candyland makes me mad. I just don't like
I got the game of life.
Hey, that was fun.
All
I do
right.
like that one.
I love the game of life.
What'd you get?
Little
Oh, I got
pigs.
Monopoly. It says I'm a very logical
I like
person
Monopoly.
who's good with money. Both of those are wrong. So I don't.
Yeah, look at you. You're here.
I know. I'm here. I'm no. That's but I mean, cool. I like Monopoly. I know. I'm probably playing it wrong because I only played it as a kid. I haven't played it
Yeah,
as an
everybody
adult.
always plays it wrong.
Yeah. But
That's why it's not
okay.
fun. That's why
why
people
it's not
hate
fun.
it.
Yeah,
You
I still
play it
like
correct, it's a lot faster.
I like Monopoly.
It
I
doesn't
like
take
House
4
Rules
hours.
Monopoly. I like it. But then it's just been far surpassed by other things that now exist.
That's fair. That's very fair.
I still play it
What
with
if-
family and friends.
Jamie, what'd you get?
I am with Cucumber. We are playing a game of Candyland together, apparently.
There you go.
Nice.
No, I mean, yeah, I'd be happy to play with you, but I'm gonna bitch the whole time.
It'd be funny.
here.
It'd be funny to see like a souped up version of Candyland, have somebody like turn it into like a
Sci-fi
terrible
thing.
where you can like
Yes.
knock people back into the gumdrop like thing and like or, things like that, and just like destroy each other. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I'd be all about that.
There you go.
You know what you should make, Jamie?
Oh man, Jamie, we kept you a little longer than we were expecting, but I want to thank you so much for being with us today.
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah,
a
it was a lot
blast.
of
I
fun.
hope you had fun.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, good. Is there anywhere where people can find you? Anything you want to send them to? Any socials? Any websites you want to send them to?
Yeah, people want to read more snarky articles like Your Idea is Brilliant, Your Idea is Worthless. You can go to StegmaierGames.com where I write about entrepreneurship and Kickstarter and about our games at Stegmaier Games. So everything's there at StegmaierGames.com, and you can also learn about our new game.
Yeah.
Libertalia.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Stegmaier is also on Instagram if you want to follow their Instagram account as well.
One whole post.
Although if you go there, I would follow me. Follow Jamey
that's fair.
Stegmaier. I kind of have an inactive Stegmaier Games account, and I talk about all the stuff on my channel.
Which is still, it's also very cool. I'm very happy that I followed you because I've seen a lot of cool things from board games. There we go. It's in the chat. StegmaierGames.com. Make sure to head on over there.
Before we do the last thing, list like 4 of the things in your lineup that people might know or that they should totally check out.
Ooh. So if they like the newest thing, go with Libertalia. If they like the most popular thing, go with Wingspan. If they like the probably the best theme, go with Scythe.
Yeah.
Scythe, I think, is part of the best theme
I
of all
have
of our
yet to
games.
play Scythe.
Bitch, get
And
in,
if they want to
let's
go with
play.
and then if they want to go with the original thing, go with Viticulture. Viticulture is what started it for us.
Excellent. Yay! Thank you so much for joining us, Jamie. We're gonna let Jamie go. He's got a busy day in front of him, so we're gonna let him go and have fun with Walter.
Thanks for joining us, and come back and hang out every
Yeah,
down in Southern
Absolutely.
California.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, if you're ever out here for any
Room for you
game
in the
cons or
tavern.
stuff, we'll be happy to play a game with you here at our tavern, and talk about the games and stuff. That'd be great.
Thank you. That would be awesome. Yeah, I was in Yosemite a few months ago, a little bit north of you, but yeah, I had a great
It's
time.
my
there.
favorite place in the
wonderful
world.
state. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Excellent. There's a couple game cons coming soon. Like Strategicon is coming. soon.
Strategicon, and there's one more. Oh, what's the other one? So I got a friend wants me to come to. Sorry, I'm stalling here.
You're good.
WorkCon, GenCon.
No, it's in your area. It's KublaCon.
KublaCon. Okay.
Yes.
Well, if you come out, let us know.
I will.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Thanks
we're
again,
friends now.
Jamie.
Bye.
You're stuck now.
All right,
Have a
guys,
good day,
take care.
Jamie.
Have a great one.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya. Have a good one. Hug a cat for me.
You good?
Gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
Anyways, we had to let Jamie go a little early before we finished, but we wanted to still come back and do the thing that we always do, which is
Yep.
Dr. Know-It-All. So make sure to throw out your questions for Dr. Know-It-All. Dr. Know-It-All is our wonderful multi-headed expert who just is missing a head right now.
I think I need turmeric supplements.
Oh no, are you having joint problems?
No, I'm having.
Ooping.
No, what's the thing that like?
Inflammation?
There you go.
The fact that we know that means we're getting old. That turmeric helps for inflammation. Oh God.
I did not know that.
Well, you're still young at heart.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
at heart only. Anyways. Anyways, Dr. Know-It-All is our wonderful multi-headed expert of all things, and he usually answers your questions one head at a time, one word at a time, until an answer has been given. Our heads look like
Me.
Cucumber, and then Ryan will be fielding our questions. So let us know if you have any advice, any questions for Dr. Know-It-All in the chat. We'll include some of the question and the answer, and then bow to let you know that our answer is complete. I'm getting pretty good
have one
at explaining this game.
Are you?
We had one from Grey Knight, Dr. Know-It-All. What game
We can't
would
hear you
make?
in our ears, by the way.
Yeah.
You can't hear me?
No.
No.
All right, one sec.
So you're a muffly mess right now.
Muffly
So I'm
mess.
hearing
Alright,
it
there we
through
go.
my. There
There
you
it is.
go.
All right. So yes, Dr. Know-It-All, what game would you make?
I
Would
Make
a
game
with
big,
pieces
and
large
metal
coins.
that
involves
Worker
placement,
and
deck building.
but
the
Theme
would
be
sexy.
and
futuristic.
Machines.
of
Violent.
Intent.
and
Collectible.
Cards.
and
Living.
Expansions.
Don't you dare.
I was gonna.
I know you were going to. Oh, man. Oh, there we go. We got another one.
No, that's
Oh, yeah.
Ryan's job.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Ryan did a job.
I couldn't
Oh,
turn
he's
on my
busy.
mouse.
You do it.
Or,
Oh.
Dr. Know-It-All, what is the earliest in a relationship with a new partner that it's acceptable to bring up knocking boots, and why?
Whoa!
What?
I'm answering the fucking question. The thing we're playing.
Oh, that, I thought you were reacting. You starts a question with whoa. Okay, do it again. Do it. I'm sorry.
You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm gonna answer the question now.
Okay, wait. Okay, I'm ready.
Whoa!
That
Is
exciting,
and
Most
crucial.
question
to
No.
about
everything.
Involving
your
Face.
when
knocking
Boots. Boots!
with
your
Partner.
you
must
Always.
ask
consent
For.
anything
involving
Boots!
if
boots.
Are.
involved
They
Will.
be
knocked. You weren't here for boots.
I was not here apparently. Was that last night?
Yep.
Oh god. Oh man. So Robo
Oh
Red
fuck!
Light
He
Assassin.
made Red Rising too.
Yeah, he did.
Damn it!
Oh man, that's why I like watching board game review videos because they always talk about the designers, so I end up learning a little bit more.
I'm so bad about. I just forget names. It's like song and music artists. Like I just
Oh,
like
yeah.
I love the song, I love the music, and then I always forget who's involved.
That's fair.
I just don't do my homework. I'm a terrible
I
board
thought
game
I
fan.
thought he did Seven Wonders, but that wasn't Stegmaier games, and I mixed that up.
We do
But-
have another one.
Let's
Yeah.
let's do it.
From DJXL Spells, Dr. Know-It-All, what is your favorite Magic the Gathering color?
Oh, I see.
My.
Favorite
Magic
The.
gathering
color
Is. Say blue.
green
because
sorry
Blue.
sucks.
balls
But.
Green
has
Nothing.
to
offer
Anyone.
so
white.
Is.
the
Correct.
Answer.
great. We screwed both of you over.
There you go. I'll take it. I'll go down.
Yeah.
I guess I won because I'm white. Is that weird?
What?
I don't know.
Kinda.
Well, we can talk about your colors, but not mine.
Yeah.
That's weird.
No, we can talk about our colors. You've had this sort of generational head start, you know.
That's fair. That's fair.
Thanks.
That's fair. Easy there, whoopee dance.
Topical.
I like it.
All right, we've got another one
All right, let's do it.
from Pete, Dr. Know-It-All. How would one get out of jury duty?
2
Get
Out.
of
jury
Duty.
you,
should
Kill.
everyone,
involved
In.
the
jury
And.
court. We here at Chat Time do not condone violence, real violence of any nature.
How they gonna send us to jail, Dino? How they gonna send us to jail?
You're not in the system.
There's no judges no more.
That's fair. You don't have a social security number. They can't find you. Oh man. Understood. Will do. Listen. Wait a second. I think that's good. I think it's a good.
Cool. All right. See you guys later.
Yeah. Peace.
Well, everybody, thank you for joining us here on Chat Time. And if anything you saw tonight or
It's
this
worth
morning,
at least $1.
oh, now he's back. Please consider joining our Patreon.
Cheer.
Or his little
Hi,
hey,
Jamie.
Jamie.
How's it going?
What's up?
He's not here.
He was listening the whole time. You could be a Patreon producer like M. Jason O'Dowd, or an associate producer. Like it is Keep, Jessica Lasby,
Liam
Liam Logan Gilbert,
Merc.
Michi, 909. And a special shout out to all of our Velvet family and friends. But yeah, we have tiers starting as low as $1.
$1.
We've got different things at all the various tiers. Check out our Patreon to understand what all those are. But things include being able to play a TTRPG game with us. You get some comics, some cool wallpapers. You get some us singing shitty karaoke, songs of your choice. In which case, actually start voting now. Go on the Discord and the Patreon thing and start dropping some songs on us.
I'm just listening to you saying everything and then Chunk repeating
Hey,
every
me
other
too!
word. Like a Beastie Boys song, you know? Like he's just going.
I was just gonna go to Christopher Lake at the Camerona Jason Bishop Carey Aqua. That's my Beastie Boys impression.
That was awful.
All right.
We forgot Dick Sword. Thank you, Barta Blarney. Anyways, thanks for joining us. Come back. We have something happening tonight. We have a game tonight, don't we?
Yeah.
What is it?
First episode of Monster Care Squad is this evening. Make sure you tune in.
Tune in at 7:30 p.m.
Twitch.com/Perception Studio.
Twitch.com.
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 Poop Studio.
You know where to
Poop
go.
Studio.
That's Oh God, I'm a mess today. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you next week with another game designer, Grant Lyons, who's also a comedian. So let's talk more about board games tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Or next week. Bye.
Goodbye.